The following podcast is brought to you by the Johners Podcasting Network, found exclusively at WrestlingWithJohners.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 33 of Shooting Shit. Guys, I don't have the energy today. I know we promised y'all something different. We promised the boys would be back. We promised a big teaser that this would be something different and new, but you guys are stuck with me again, man. I mean, it's I just don't know what to say anymore. I really don't.
The band is back together.
Shooters, are you ready to say hello to my co-hosts again? Jesus Christ, guys, where have you been?
Hey, what's up, fuckers?
Fucking A, man. We need to go around and have everyone introduce themselves again. This is like episode 1.
Episode 1. All right. Well, you know what, Giovanni? Why don't you lead us off?
Fantastic. Guys, if you've stuck with us over the last few weeks, you know I am Giovanni Too Hottie, El Guapo Too Hottie. I've been here holding it down till my boys could make it back home. It's great seeing everybody again. We have a hell of a show for you. And you know what? Let me toss it to the man with the plan, the 6-star prediction machine himself, DDJ.
Thank you. It is good to be back on a full-time basis. Guys, the last few months, as you very well know, have not been the best in my life. I've, hurt my knee again, lost my mom a couple months ago, and just been just a real rough, man. But just this is something that we've been talking about for a few weeks. I'm happy to be back. I missed working with these guys. Well, at least Giovanni Too Hottie, Joey K. He can go fuck himself for all I care. But no, in all seriousness, man, we've all had there's this thing that happens in this world called life, and it hits us in so many different ways, and it affects us in so many different ways, and it's just a good thing to know that no matter how life affects us, that we always got each other's back. And now that I'm done sounding all sappy and shit, let me introduce myself. I am the 5-star trivia machine, Mr. DDJ. And there's so much going on that's been going on. I can't wait to talk about. But before we do that, I'm gonna throw it over to my guy, the Premier Joey K, who I think he finally found the right toilet.
Well. First of all, I am not going to be the premier at the moment. So, as Joe, the last time everyone here's heard from me was a written statement read by DDJ and the Hot One, and I appreciate that so much. I appreciate their love and support through everything I was dealing with and going through for the past few months. I appreciate everybody's love and support, sticking with the show. Jovan has done an amazing job. Our guest hosts, everybody, all of our team, our SGS family, everybody's done amazing, have been wonderful. I appreciate, love, respect all of you guys for holding that down. DDJ has been through an absolute shitstorm in the same time. I've been dealing with my own things, and we all behind the scenes, we talk every day, we talk constantly. We are best friends, so I do appreciate that. Now, that all said, it's time, motherfuckers, for your motherfucking A1 since day one. The Premier Joey K dropping in to say thank you, fuck you, and hello just in case you forgot who I was, I'm here to throw some shit down tonight. We haven't talked in a while. I'm sure everybody's enjoyed their little vacation from this asshole, but now I'm back. So let's have some fun. Let's talk some shit. And then you can send me all the fucking hate mail that you used to. I enjoy it. I thrive on it. I live for that shit. Okay. I will fucking jerk off with your tears. Okay. That's how I'm feeling tonight. So let's have a great time. All right. Let's go,
You know what?
boys.
And let me throw something out there. You know what the start to every great time is?
What is that, DDJ?
A nice hot cold beverage.
Oh, I feel you on that. You know what? I think, boys, it's time for a toast to the original, the fucking true, undisputed trios champions here. So, gents, let's all raise one. I got mine, baby, right here.
I got mine too.
Let's fucking rock and roll. To Shooting Shit, a whole new era. To the band back together. Let's have a fucking day. All right.
Fucking love you,
Cheers,
guys.
boys.
Oh,
fucking
yeah, that's good.
That's delicious.
Okay, now you need a gargle shot one for the Godfather, man.
For the fucking Godfather, we're going.
That's how you started. Yes.
Fuck
Man,
yeah.
I ain't gonna gargle shit for the Godfather after he cut that promo on me.
You had it coming. Yeah,
Why, because I
DDJ
know
almost had
as
it
much
coming.
about his career as he did.
Dude.
You have to understand that man has partied more than all of us combined, so it's forgiven that he's forgotten more.
Yeah. Dude, I'd rather be like the Godfather's reason for forgetting it than the Sandman's. So, you know. Little
fair point. Little Philly love, baby. Fair point.
You know what? Talking Philly love. There's this little person I know that lives in Philly, and he's a diehard for this little company that could, man. This little engine that could, that 3 letters that proves honor is real in wrestling. Ring of Honor Wrestling, Joey K. You've been gone for a while. Give us your takes.
Oh, do we have some fucking takes? I know I've missed a lot. I've been out of the loop, but I've been playing catch up. So here's how we go. Little Tony Khan swooped in and purchased my favorite company, which I'm actually okay with. I actually enjoyed Supercard. I loved it. I had no issues with it. I know a lot of my friends who are the Ring of Honor faithful did have a problem with it, and that's okay. And I appreciate that. And I know things move forward, things move on. But I love it because the fact is the ROH name, the brand is going to be there. It will continue on. I do believe that Khan is going to have an incredible presence. He's already working on it to make things a little different than the AEW brand. I do love that we kept the title on Jonathan Gresham at Supercard. I think that was the right call, the right choice. Gresham deserves a spotlight. He deserves to shine. And if anybody had any doubt that FTR and the Briscoes wasn't going to tear the fucking house down, you're out of your mind. I can't even tell you. I stood for half that match in my living room. Fantastic. Unbelievable. Overall, great show. Overall, I give it right now. Grade, I give it a B. I know most people would say an A or an A+. I give it a B based on one contingency. Let's see what they do with Ring of Honor. Are we going to get a streaming deal? Are we going to have its own weekly episodic show? If that happens, I'm instantly A to A+, because I think that's what needs to happen. As of right now, the fact that there's money behind it, that there is a business plan in place at the very least, I will give it a B, and I like it. Also, leaning towards B+, just because we do have so many classic ROH stars. You're Bryan Danielson, you're CM Punk, your current reigning defending Ring of Honor TV champ, Samoa Joe, back in the company, in the fold. I mean, I understand he is all elite. However, having him carry the ROH TV title, I mean, that is amazing to me. I love it. So we're treading B+ territory. If we get a streaming deal, we get a TV show, and we get individual pay-per-view events, or we keep Honor Club and run events that way, we're instantly in the A to A+ territory. Have some of your Ring of Honor classics come back. Give me Taven. Give me the OGK. I know they're with Impact. I understand that Honor No More. Very cool and all. But we've seen the Forbidden Door, which we'll touch on later, open plenty of fucking times. So let's make it happen. Let's make it work. I'm all for it.
So I wanted to ask you, Joey K, what are your thoughts about what he's done with Ring of Honor so far in terms of having, them, be a somewhat, prominent feature on AEW TV? I mean, I know they just, if you watched him or watched Dynamite, they announced that Friday night Joe's defending the TV title against Trent Beretta. So what are your thoughts about like the titles being defended on AEW TV?
I actually like it because it's opening an entire audience to the product that I've been ranting and raving on since the beginning of our show. That I've been ranting and raving on for years prior to that. So, and that's just the truth. I mean, how about this? I'll one up you. How about Gresham versus Dalton Castle for the ROH title?
That was awesome.
That was a great match. And they let Dalton have his whole intro and entrance.
The boys.
He had the boys out there. Anything that showcases Jonathan Gresham is A-okay in my book. And little things. Bobby Cruz is your ring announcer for Ring of Honor title matches.
Yes.
I mean, fantastic. I love it. If we get Todd in there as a referee, I'll be even happier. So yeah.
You get Ian and Caprice doing the commentary.
Oh my God. Yes, I would love that. Let's have Caprice in there. Let's have Ian in there. Let's do full Ring of Honor. And I think we're leaning towards that direction. So I'm about it. So far, so good. You have to mix it in though. It's still all elite. It's still an AEW product. And yes, you can feature other things on your show, which is really great. Also, hey, kudos that they look, I absolutely love the Minoru Suzuki. I do. I love that he got his first US title put on him, and it happened to be the Ring of Honor TV title. And props to Tony Khan for getting Suzuki versus Samoa Joe literally on national television. That's like one of those dream matches. The ending fell flat. I won't lie. The post-match schmaz shit was.
I was going to ask you about that.
Dumpster fucking fire.
Yeah.
But
can I ask you one more question?
Shoot.
What do you think about what they've done with Jay Lethal since the rebirth of Ring of Honor?
Okay, that's a great one. Man, I like that he has something to do finally.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the short answer, to be honest with you, because Lethal came in, they hyped him up, it was so great, and then all of a sudden, he's fucking jobbing like literally to everybody on a Dynamite, and I couldn't get behind that. I don't understand why you're gonna hype him up and bring him in, and just have him job out and just sorry guys, handshake and great match. No, I love Lethal as a heel also. So him pairing up with Sanjay Dutt, fan-fucking-tastic. I think finally like Lethal has a home. Ironically enough, he left Ring of Honor to go with AEW, and now he's back with Ring of Honor. Life comes full circle sometimes.
It does, dude. I mean, look at our show. We're back full circle. We're talking Ring of Honor. Both of my guys are here.
If I can interject here real quick, speaking of full circle, I'd go back to a little bit of it happening on at Supercard with the Young Bucks. I mean, how funny was it how they when they said that they left Ring of Honor and they went to work for a company that bought Ring of Honor? I mean, how more heelish can you get?
That was a classic move. I've been floundering on the Bucks for a while now. I'm not gonna lie, I can't front on that shit. I've been floundering on the Bucks for a while. I will say this though, that moment I was back in it. I was like, all right. You got me with that. And how about the face turn from FTR?
Yeah.
I mean, let's be real.
I didn't think, honestly, I didn't know how I'd feel about that.
Mm-hmm.
But man, I think I'm more into FTR now than I've ever been.
Yeah,
I agree.
And then
100%.
one other thing that I also wanted to, and this is something that I think I've talked to you guys like in our chat and stuff, and I've probably mentioned it here and there, but I really feel like the reason why I was excited when Tony Khan announced that he had bought Ring of Honor is because I feel like he's going to do with Ring of Honor what Vince should have done with WCW.
Yes.
it's a good take.
That's a great take, a great statement, and I couldn't agree more. Keep
Well,
them
thank you.
separate,
Yes.
you know, keep and have enough differences. Like I said, the whole, Bobby Cruz doing that. Please, like, give me that little differences to make it seem like its own product.
Yeah.
I love it.
Especially with them not having a set TV deal right now. They're not airing anywhere. Bringing in the Ring of Honor guys, change out the ring skirt. Have an ROH ring skirt out there. They already have their own announcer. It gives it a feel of that you're watching an ROH moment in AEW.
And speaking of ROH and AEW, I don't know if you guys also saw what they announced for next week's Dynamite with concerning the Ring of Honor Women's Championship.
The unification match.
Yes, we're gonna get champion versus champion. We're gonna get Mercedes Martinez, the interim champ, versus my favorite women's wrestler in the world right now, Deonna Purrazzo.
She's on fire. She's on
yeah.
fire.
So I'm beyond excited for that. Like I'm sold right there. You just had to say that. I'm sold.
I'll put it this way though, Mercedes Martinez, I feel like she shouldn't have won the interim title, man. Everybody was pulling hard for Willow. People were pulling hard for Willow during Final Battle when she was going against Roxy.
Yeah.
Give Willow some shine, man. She can go.
Dude, we were there at Final Battle. And, look, I'll tell you this. Every show before that, the crowd 100% behind Roxy. And then when Willow came out that Final Battle, it was like, dude, it completely turned. That was 100% Willow crowd. And the same thing at Supercard. She's like this ultimate underdog. She's fucking Bailey in 2015, 16.
Oh, that's a great
I mean, like she is.
Do you guys think that eventually TK signs her?
She's worked a few dark matches. I can see it happening.
I can see it happening
I
too.
think so too.
Yeah.
And you mentioned Roxy, just a little bit of shout out, man. She's been doing some good things on NXT 2.0.
It hurts my heart. I mean,
it does, but I mean, good for her,
It hurts my heart.
She went to what her pinnacle was.
Yeah. You can't fault somebody for chasing after what they want to do. And
the childhood dream.
Exactly. Sometimes, shout out Meek Mill, dreams turn to nightmares, baby. And I think it just takes some time.
Oh, you know what? Time is what we all have, man. Time is what we're spending together. But someone's time did get cut a little short with us. Guys, we're diving in. Scott Hall.
Man, I remember when, hearing about that, like, oh, he's, in ICU or whatever because he just had the hip surgery and I'm just thinking, man, come on. Like, and I kind of felt I felt this way, like with Guerrero, just these guys. Yeah. Scott Hall did a lot of not so good things and is like, he was not a good person, but I've always been a firm believer in, giving someone a second chance when I feel it's warranted. And people like, Eddie, with all the stuff that he did back in the day, Jake the Snake, Scott Hall, Buff Bagwell, who seems to be turning his life around. And if you guys want to catch a really fun interview with Buff Bagwell, my guys over at the Wrestling Nerd Broadcast did a great almost 2-hour interview with him. So please go check it out. But, you just think like he Scott Hall got himself in shape. He went to stay with DDP, got himself healthy, got himself good. Yeah. Started doing. I had the pleasure of meeting him at a movie theater after they had a premiere screening of no pun intended, premiere screening of The Resurrection of Jake the Snake Roberts, which is an amazing documentary. And originally Roberts, DDP, and Scott Hall were all supposed to be there, but Roberts and DDP had to pull out, so Scott Hall was the only one there, and he was the one guy I hadn't met, and I wanted to meet him, and he was just so cool and chill, and just talking with him, that signing my pictures, taking pictures with him. It's just like, man, he's such a good dude, and then just all the things he would go on to do, going to coach at the Performance Center, and just being on TV, like at WrestleMania, getting inducted to the Hall of Fame. It's just thinking, he got his second chance and he was making the most of it. And it's just for him to go like he did. It was so sad. And just, it just, again, just goes to show you that just, don't take life for granted.
Hell yeah.
I agree. Something you said is important. Look, everybody's got their demons. Everybody fights their shit. Everybody deals with all that kind of stuff. And hindsight's 2020. So, you look back, yeah, a lot of people we know passed away, have had some dark times, tough times, bad times, things like that. But you look back fondly. You look back at a lot of the, the better stuff, the things that are, really stand out and shine. And that's how we look back. And especially with Scott, like you look back and you're like, yeah, he did more for the business from 1992 to 2000 than 3/4 of anybody's roster did.
I like that. I really like that.
Let's be real. Let's talk about the business inside the ring. One of the top IC champs in early 90s WWF era.
Yes.
I'll take that just real quick. I'll take that one step further. One of the top IC champions that company ever had, even though he was only a 4-time champion, but man, he was that title.
Yes.
They say, the man makes the title, not the title making the man. And he is an absolute definition of that, because he could main event a house show at the Spectrum in Philadelphia and sell it out without having your top WWF champion on the card, period, that night. That's somebody who wants to see that person. Yes. Not because of the title, not because of whatever. That was it. And of course, we're going to beat the dead horse here. I mean, the Outsiders, the NWO, there's no anything bigger or more dramatic, I would say, in the last 25 years than the Outsiders. Yeah. Let's be real.
Yeah. Did you happen to see, and I don't remember if he said it on the show or if he said it in an interview, but Hulk Hogan threw gave a lot of praise to Scott Hall for basically did you guys watch that WWE Evil series that was on Peacock and watch that Hogan episode?
I did.
I think he mentioned on there how if it wasn't for Scott Hall, he may have not done what he did, I mean, so if you really think about it, and I was blown away by that, and I just thought that was just really cool, to hear, someone of Hulk Hogan's stature, giving props to Scott Hall, because really, if you think about it, Scott Hall doesn't, do what he does. We don't get NWO, we don't get Hollywood Hogan, and it's just, who knows how different wrestling would be. So, kind of going back to what you said about what he did for wrestling from 92 to the early 2000s and stuff. I really like that, and it made me think about that.
I know Javon, especially, after the news broke of the passing, and I apologize, I don't have the episode number offhand. But Scott Hall, his character, such a big influence, especially for Javon. And I know, because while I was out, of course I was listening to the show. Of course I support my boys and I love them.
Yep.
And it's just that's a larger than life. That's the character just building to where you love the man and love the character, not just a specific character, Yes. We're big Lucha fans, and you all know a lot of characters. Not that Lucha, but a lot of these characters, a lot of these famous luchadors carry on with another man under the mask.
Yep.
And I mean, that's tradition. It carries on. The character lives forever when the man doesn't, and Scott Hall was in that category, hands down, because I mean, after his passing, one of the coolest videos I saw, and it's something I forgot until I saw it on Twitter, where NW is in the ring and somebody throws a beer at him and it just splashed on his head and he's just like, oh, cool. Just pushes his hair back. Like he's the coolest motherfucker in the room. And I was like, fuck, dude, that is so great. Like who can you name in the past 10 years that would pull that off and make it look as smooth and cool as fuck? Also, shout out from ECW when he rolled out to the Fuji's Ready or Not.
Yes.
Hands down. Fucking legendary. And hey, I was happy for him that he battled his demons. Sometimes shit catches up with you every now and then, but he had a run there, especially around the Hall of Fame run, especially going to, getting cleaned up, DDP's help and things like that. Shout out DDP, who's done more for guys that we grew up with to help them out in life than anybody the fuck else. Yes. I don't care about your. I don't care. I don't give a fuck about your wellness programs. I don't give a fuck about like, oh, we're willing to help you and send you to rehab. No, that motherfucker is a real one, because they're like, these are my brothers. We fucking bled, sweat together. I'm gonna help them out the best way I can. So, and go back. The biggest thing I think, I'll finish on this, is Scott Hall's Hall of Fame speech.
Yes, if you weren't going to finish on that, I was going to. So
yeah,
you weren't going to finish it, and you weren't going to finish it. I was going to finish on that too.
And you know what? How about all three of us finish at the same time? No. So no.
I think I'm good there.
All right. Now we're being disrespectful. So in all seriousness, that's a guy who at a point, I don't think anybody knew he was going to be inducted while he was alive. Let's be real. And he went up there, had a great speech, and that closing line, and I know it got very, very popular again. To me, it was like my favorite thing of that Hall of Fame class, but it got very popular again. It just sticks with me, and I love that quote. I love his delivery. No one else in the fucking world can deliver it that way. No one else ever will. So yeah, that was a tough one. That was a tough time.
Yeah. So kind of a little bit, kind of piggybacking off of that, a little bit of a peek behind the curtain here. I do my show in the basement here and stuff, and the stairs that lead from the kitchen to the basement, about 13 or so stairs. And I have the overhang, the ceiling as you're walking down. I have this picture hanging up as you're walking into my basement, or as I like to call it, the den cave. I have a picture of Scott Hall from, his Hall of Fame speech, and something I whipped up when I was working at FedEx and kind of trying to teach myself, Adobe Acrobat, photoshopping and stuff like that. And there's this little thing, that quote, hard work pays off, dreams come true. Bad times don't last, but bad guys do. And ever since I heard him say that, it's stuck with me. It's stuck with me since. And it's just, he's not in pain anymore. He's, but I mean, we miss him here, but you know what, he was able to have his, redemption story. And it's just, I'm just glad that we got to be a part of his life.
You know what, man? Redemption stories, Hall of Famers, WWE evil, everything we're talking about Scott Hall, man. You can kind of say relates to this next person celebrating his 20 years in the business, man. Randy K. Orton. Let's get into it, man. Not even potential. Screw it. I'm going to say future WWE Hall of Famer Randy Orton, who came
guaranteed.
First ballot Hall of Famer.
First ballot Hall of Famer, who said his greatest legacy is he's going to be like Taker. He's going to be the one who never left the company.
Love that, actually.
Yeah.
Love that attitude.
So one thing, and this was something that I heard on Busted Open the other, and it's something I never gave any consideration to until I heard Dave LaGreca and Bully Ray debate about it. And they, the talk for the longest time was who should be the one to break Ric Flair's record.
Ooh.
And for the or who's gonna do it? It looked
closest
like
now is Cena, ain't it?
Well, they're tied, I believe. like if you go overall world titles. But the way it's just, I never even thought about it. But like, to me, if anyone is going to break Ric Flair's record, I would want it to be Randy Orton.
What's he at, 13 or 14 right now?
I think he's at 14. I mean, ideally, I don't want anyone to break Ric Flair's record, but like if someone has to do it, like if Vince has to have one of his guys have the record, I would rather it be Orton over anyone else they currently have right now.
I agree. Probably hands down, and I'm going to say this: I've been up and down through his entire career.
Mm-hmm.
Fan, I'm like, cool, go up, cool off. I will tell you right now, 100%, this current right now version of Orton is my all-time fucking favorite. He's going out, he's having the fucking time of his life. It looks like he's him with Riddle right now is the fucking, like, I'm like, why didn't I see this 10 years ago? I love this version.
You know what? I think I've told you guys this before too. Him, RK Bro, is this generation's Rock and Sock Connection.
that is a very fair assessment. Absolutely.
And kind of piggyback, and I'm sorry to just interjecting myself in, but I'll let you go back. But much like you, I don't know. I mean, it's right up there. I'm not ready to say that I'm enjoying this run more so than like his run as the Legend Killer. But I mean, man, this is probably the most I've been invested in Orton in like a really long time.
I
think
agree more.
I think we need to give a shout out to Riddle, because I think without Riddle, we're not getting this. Riddle brought it out of him, I think.
Yeah.
You know, they kind of, here's the thing with Randy, he's 20 years in. I mean, who else in the locker room at this point has the time? And no one. He's the last man full time that has the time in. So it's one of those things where shit, like I love it. So what was it, the Scholar Challenge or whatever the fuck they called it?
Oh my God, that was fucking awesome.
So the ultimate,
academic,
yes, academic. Yeah. So the ultimate was the last question of ounces, and I fucking lost my mind because everybody knows his history with the wellness policy, which apparently allegedly nowadays they no longer test for weed. So obviously, I love that. Cheers for that. But my personal favorite, Riddle's like, I know this one. Randy's like, yeah, hold on, I got this. I was like, I don't give a fuck what they do the rest of the night. I'm 100% in on it. That's why I love this version. Also, when he dropped one of the Singh brothers on his head on the table and he walked away and just, that is one of my all-time favorite gifs I've ever seen. Just because that was real. That was real as fuck. And the camera just looked right at me and he was like, yeah, that was bad. Sorry. Like, fuck. That's what we do here. Like, you know, I just do. I can't get over it. 20 years in, and I'm now finding my absolute favorite version of Randy Orton, and it's just chef's kiss. He's doing wild shit right now. I love it.
You know, we're heaping all this praise on him. It's just one of the things that it kind of saddens me is that when all is said and done, he you know, are the majority of the fans going to be talking about Orton 20, 30 years from now? I don't feel like, you know, I feel like as much as he's done and as much as he still has time to do, because, you know, because I'm sure he's still got a few good years. I just feel like he's going to eventually get lost in the shuffle. And it's a shame because, you know, we talk about, you know, the big names WWE put out, you know, like Austin, The Rock, you know, Taker, Hogan, you know, Orton should be up there, but I just don't feel like he is.
He's a victim of circumstance.
Yes.
Okay,
and that circumstance is he came in as a rookie with some of the biggest names ever.
Yes.
At a time when a lot of those biggest names you just mentioned were still in and still going strong.
Mm-hmm.
he's always been the victim of circumstance. He's always put the work in. He's always been there doing everything 100% and looking great, making other people look great. And yeah, some of his backstage shit got him into trouble, and he was a bit of an asshole. He was an arrogant prick when he was younger. There's all kinds of stories about that. He admits it himself, and he's okay with it. But he grew up, he changed, everybody does.
Yep.
He's a victim of circumstance, though, especially and I will say one name, John Cena. He was kind of overshadowed the entire career of Cena. And of course, they had their huge rivalry for years on and off and on and off. But that will be the biggest problem with his legacy. So I hope now that all those other names are gone. They're either retired or part-time, semi-retired, went to Hollywood, whatever it is. I want to see him have 1 to 2 more big runs, at least tie the Flair record.
Yes.
Same as Cena, allegedly 16 times. But have that tie that record. And I think that would be really something good if he has a big run.
Yeah, I think Joey K hit it on the head there, man, with Orton.
Oh, I always hit it, baby.
He always hits it right on the head. But it's just a matter of circumstances. If Randy Orton was in a different era, he has the moveset. He's safe in the ring. He found out at a very early age that the moves he was doing wasn't sustainable to having a long career. So he changed up the game.
Absolutely.
And he's had an amazing career with moves that still look pretty freaking lethal. The man looks like he works heavy, but he doesn't. And that's going to be the biggest, check on him is Orton is a safe worker. No matter how he's working, he's safe.
Yeah, that matters more to everybody he works with than fans, of course. But unless you're kind of in the know and understand that and have a respect of that. And for us, I know all three of us look at that and that's always a good record because you look, there's a lot of other top names out there that people are little stiffsky, don't want to work with them, don't want to do business with them because they're going to get hurt. And he's not one of those guys. So
not at all.
That's a big credit to him.
And I mean, you look at him. And this is a guy who early on in his career, they strapped the freaking rocket to him. They Cameron Grimes him to the moon.
To the moon.
Oh, yeah, they did.
And, of course, you're going to get an asshole mentality. You're going to think you're the shit, dude. You're 20 years old. You're the youngest champion ever.
Oh, yeah.
And he wasn't ready for it. He admitted he wasn't ready for it. But now you've got this Randy Orton who's that locker room leader. He's the go-to. This guy is, the oldest man in the locker room. And to me, hot take, I feel like he's more respected amongst the locker room now than Taker was. Ooh. You look at Taker and you hear all the things about this wrestler's court, how Taker was a hard ass and Taker played company man. Taker, didn't like the young breed. But Randy has this cross-generationality about him. The young breed are fine with him. The old breed just, respects the hell out of him because he's put the time in. I don't think it's a leap to say that Randy has more respect in that locker room right now from a wider spectrum of people than Taker.
Oh, yeah.
One thing...
Real quick. That's because most of this locker room never got the chance to work with him. Yes. So Randy has filled that spot and he's there week in and week out. He's not a once or twice a year spectacle or show or anything like that. So that's a big difference. And that earns so much respect that he's one of those guys that worked everybody. But he's not part-time.
Yeah.
So we talked about, we were talking about Scott Hall just a few minutes ago and, we mentioned DDP. Everybody remember, the diamond cutter was kind of what DDP got. Once he got that was kind of like his, that's what, propelled him to, the heights that he ended up achieving in the wrestling business. And he had his few variations of the diamond cutter, but man, the things that Randy does with this RKO, I mean, you talk about what he did to Rollins at WrestleMania, what he did at
one of the best.
Evan Bourne.
Yeah, the Evan Bourne one.
I know that gets hype, but that Rollins one looked so pretty. I'm sorry. That one, to me, the Rollins one looked prettier. That's my opinion. DDJ
I think just recently he got a really good one with, I think it was Montez Ford or something like that.
Yes.
That was pretty too.
I mean, hell, even Riddle's pulling off some really nice RKOs out of nowhere and stuff. But I mean, it's like, you know, he
Put
took
it this
the diamond
way,
cutter and just really made it his own, and just really just like, I mean,
I don't consider the RKO a diamond cutter. I don't. I consider it a whole different move, man. Just from the setup and the weights hit.
A whole different move. It's become a whole different. That vibe was there before, but now
he made it his own.
Correct.
Yeah, he made it his own move.
And that so, but so we're talking about this. So, what favorite Randy Orton matches, guys?
Ooh,
I'll lead off
hard.
because you guys look like you're kind of, you know, think for me, and it still holds up to this day. This match actually is almost 18 years ago to the day. It was actually, I believe, on my birthday back in 2004. So I just turned in 24. He had that match with Mick Foley at Backlash, the hardcore match.
Yes.
Where basically Mick Foley came out and basically wrestled as Cactus Jack. To me, like, I haven't seen a Randy Orton match that I've enjoyed more than that one.
Yeah, you took mine, man. You guys know my love for Cactus. I'm not gonna go against that match. That match was greatness.
Yeah.
Give me a second, because that's at least top 2 on me, and I'd probably swing that way because it's probably my most memorable.
Oh, we know how you swing.
Oh, I swing a little to the right, but straightens out mostly. Let's see.
That's what she said.
Yeah, that is what she said, actually. No, shit. Let me think. Just because I just said it, to be honest with you, one of my top 3 would be Orton Rollins at Mania.
That's a good one.
I think, and it forgive me if I'm wrong on it, that opened the show too. Am I correct?
No, it was, I believe, the second.
Was it the second?
Match on the card.
Yeah,
it may have been.
That WrestleMania, I think, was the
Intercontinental
Championship ladder match.
They had the ladder match, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So that ladder match opened it, and then Rollins Orton came out, and that's right. So here's the thing. So they came out too, and typically that's a cooler. That's like a dead spot. Nobody wants to go on to. Like, absolutely not. It's a shit spot because you're coming down off the high of that big, huge opener. They tore the fucking house down. That finish had the best, in my opinion, my personal favorite RKO of all time, just because it looked so good. And that's also a credit to Rollins because let's just be real, everything he does is fucking money,
dude. They never hit that in training,
right? And that was like one and done in the largest fucking show of the year.
Yes.
Okay, and it came out. It's on every highlight reel possible. So that is fucking beautiful. But balls, the Cactus Orton one, to be honest with you, you pick 'em of a handful of Orton Cena title matches. I mean,
there was some really
they always had a great feud, a great vibe. They always worked well together. You never got a shit match out of it. So, I mean, you pick 'em. There's probably
you know what? It was another really good one, Orton, that I don't think gets a lot of talk. His match against The Undertaker at WrestleMania 21. I mean, I believe that was like the first time anyone really came close to breaking the streak and stuff, you know, and that I think that's one of those matches that kind of has gotten lost in the shuffle.
That was one of the first times where you really thought, holy shit, they're going to let this kid do this.
Yeah. I would have preferred him over Brock Lesnar.
Punk.
Yeah, I would take Punk because the build up for the Punk one was fucking epic.
Yeah.
I tell anybody, go back and watch 28. The build up to 28, Punk Taker, that, and also
29.
Fuck you, it was 28. Right?
28 was Punk and Jericho when Punk was a champ.
I hate you.
I mean, I am the 5-star trivia machine.
Yeah, 29 because it was in New York. So okay, so seriously, also side note on that. The best Punk entrance because Living Color played out live. Love that shit.
Yeah.
And he came out rocking the Gracie Jiu-Jitsu hoodie just because at the time he didn't give a fuck and was like, I'm not wearing my own merch. Go buy that shit. I'm wearing my own fucking Gracie Jiu-Jitsu hoodie out.
I think I preferred Punk as I preferred Punk's entrance as the Chicago gangster for John Cena, the best.
No,
Oh,
hey, no. Hold on. If we're gonna segue into the best Punk entrance, it literally just happened this year.
Yep.
The fact that he came
Giovanni
out,
got to see that live.
I know.
Speaking of which,
Hey.
Look at these fucking three ass clowns. All of us wearing matching shirts to like we're a fucking like the Bad News Bears on crack. That was okay. Allegedly, it was planned, but I didn't know. Nobody gave me the heads up that my boy was hooking us up with a fucking shirt from the event that he went to. We love him.
Yeah, I got mine. I got mine actually showed up in the mail on my birthday.
I tried to plan his out that way.
Mine showed up in the mail, but I'm too lazy to check my mailbox, so I got it like 3 days later, and I was like, "Oh shit, what's up?" Somebody sent me a gift, and I saw a name on there. I was like,
"Well, when you're away, when you're gone, as long as you are trying to find a goddamn toilet, I mean, who's gonna expect you to check the mail?"
Okay, funny.
Yeah.
All right, now we're gonna start fucking sidetracking like a motherfucker now. Okay, first sidetrack. Best Punk entrance was the fucking old school, his last entrance, same fucking gear from his final ROH match in 2005. Love that shit. Dude, we marked out so fucking hard. My brother and I, it was like fucking tears and snot bubbles. Like it was beautiful. I was so excited. I think I messaged you all at the same time. I'm like, are you fucking serious? In our group chat.
Yep.
I'm taking a video of it because as soon as MJF did that, I knew something was coming. So I'm recording, and then me and the Mark next to me hit it at the exact same time. We're like, "Oh fuck!"
We were talking about that, like, yo, wouldn't it be cool if he came out to Missouri from AFI? Like, that would be so dope. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, wait a second, and the crowd. Thankfully, it sounded actually on pay-per-view that the crowd literally they understood it, and I was actually hyped about that. And if I hear that clap go, I'm like, oh shit, somebody understands what's happening in that building. I was so pumped about that.
Yeah,
dude, I was one-handed slapping the freaking chair.
I love it. The only thing missing would have been if they had the solid ROH barricades, because your boy has literally almost shattered his hand so many times between the hard plastic and the old school fucking steel plate barricades. That just, I mean, good God Almighty.
You got to do something to destroy the calluses on that thing.
Breaking it down, baby.
I'm
no
sure
amount of lotion will fix that, sir.
I'm
if you know what I'm saying.
Things.
Okay, sidetrack number 2. Where the fuck were we going with this?
Anyways, where we were going, guys. Randy Orton's freaking greatness.
There we go.
Had a great career, man. He's certified Hall of Famer, #1 all the way. Got into some CM Punk, which takes us, man, into AEW territory and this forbidden door that's actually finally, after months of us waiting, being opened in Chicago. Gentlemen, I want to know, what matches do we want to see at the forbidden door?
I got one. Bryan Danielson versus Zack Sabre Jr.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Take my money.
Take my money. I might trade you one of my fucking children for that. Dude. The older one, she's been around long enough, but I'll keep the little one. We got time. But seriously, no, it's fucked up. I love my kids. No, in all seriousness.
Joey K, Parents of the Year 2022.
Fuck you. Hold on. Where's my
Here you go, the world's best dad mug.
My All-Star Dad trophy. Fuck y'all. Thank you very much. Dickheads.
I'm sure that cost about $2.
Dude, my daughter got that for me, you fuckface.
Oh, well, no, I feel bad.
Fuckface.
It came from the Scholastic Books Fair. That's
it did. It did. And you know what? I fucking love that gift.
Dude, speaking of that, they actually still do those. We just my wife and I just took my son to one at his school like about a week ago.
I love those things, dude.
Dude, I will tell you.
Man, that brought back so many memories.
I will tell you this about that trophy. That was my Christmas present from my daughter, and she was so proud of herself for getting me that. I bought her a fucking iPad. This $5 fucking trophy was so much better than all the fucking Apple products that she got for Christmas this year than anything else that could possibly be. I love that trophy. So
Aw.
fuck you. It's
I love it
classic.
too, man. It's beautiful.
So if I get you one of those trophies, Joey K, does that mean I get a bunch of Apple products?
No, because if you get me one of those trophies, I'm gonna feel very concerned why you're calling me daddy.
Oh god damn it, I missed you guys.
Oh
It's been a while. I got some pent up frustration happening here. Let's go.
Joey K, Forbidden Door matches, bro. What do you want to see?
Okay. Forbidden Door. Let's see. Since you took actually probably my top one, because I could see, okay, Zack Sabre Jr. absolutely on the list. However, give me I want to see, this is gonna sound ridiculous, I guess. Not main event level, absolute. Give me this match to start with. Jeff Cobb versus Keith Lee.
Yes.
Let me fucking have that.
Yes.
I'm down.
I want Keith Lee to do something better than what he's doing right now, because he literally came in with a bunch of hype, and to me, he's spinning his fucking wheels in the sand. Let me get Jeff Cobb, because Jeff Cobb's one of the baddest motherfuckers on the planet that people still sleep on. And Cobb will literally pick Keith Lee up and toss him out the fucking tour of the islands, and people will lose their shit if they see that. So that's an undercard absolute banger. I want to see it.
I got another one after you, Jovan.
All right, we'll keep going until we're tired, man. Let me do this one here. I want to see at the Forbidden Door. And this is not a main event match by no means. This is not even your starting match. This may be the cooler. Give me the second match of the card. I want Orange Cassidy versus Toru Yano.
Yes.
Versus Danhausen versus Master Wato.
Would this
put 'em
be
all
a
in there.
KOPW match?
Yes. Yano rules. You know how it is.
The amount of ridiculous shit that would happen.
Oh man, that
I can't even.
I would have never even thought about something, but man, I'd so be down for something like that. So here's one. And this is something that we, it's going to be a tag team match. Ooh. And this is a team that I think Giovanni and I were talking about while we were waiting for Joey K to, hop on and stuff so we can start doing this. Give me the GOD versus FTR.
Woo!
Yes.
Please and thank you.
Yes.
Please and thank you. I would fucking pay huge dollars for that one as well, because that would tear the house down. Yep. I also have another one. Ooh. That is the obvious fucking choice that I want to see, and if it doesn't happen, that show will be fucking worthless to me, because it needs to happen.
Wow.
CM Punk versus Kenta, and if they don't sign that and book that, I am fucking literally burning everything AEW in this fucking house. Because it has its own hype.
Yeah.
Please, just fucking do it. You have the ability to now.
Haven't they been kind of going a little bit back and forth a little bit on Twitter lately once this was announced?
Yep.
What did Kenta say? Something like, "You're the best in the world. I'm the best in the galaxy," or some shit like that. Kenta, yeah. That's a no-brainer. That's an easy. I took an easy out with that, but it just needs to be said. That needs to fucking happen. It's already got the built-in hype. It's been fucking talked about for years. Please happen, please. And now we have the opportunity to do it.
Yeah. I'm gonna go a little different here, a little different style here for my next one. Because I love NJPW. I love the old guard. I need the ace. I need the ace on the show for some reason.
Tanahashi, let's go.
I need Tanahashi. Now, the matchups are very interesting. Very interesting off the AEW side. I could see a fresh upstart like Wheeler Yuta and Tanahashi being money.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
I could see Tanahashi and Moxley being money. But I want the old guard and the old guard. I need two veterans of this game in their respective eras going at it. Give me the Ace versus the Natural.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's out there thinking, but
Yes,
those
please.
two are top-notch wrestlers.
Mhm.
That's
I
a hell
like
of a match.
Now, do you guys think that this card is going to be all AEW versus New Japan, or is it going to be something similar to the G1 Super Card, where it was, jointly booked, and we're going to see, AEW matches and New Japan matches?
Not if they want to do a second one in Japan. They won't do that shit.
Yeah. And I think that I read that today, right? They're talking about they're already talking about the second one going to Japan instead of
If the demand is there,
yeah.
NJPW wants it in Japan.
Yeah, and it should be. They
Yeah.
booked this one right. It will be 100%.
Yeah, so you can't book it like the G1 and have it just be two shows putting on a show together. It needs to be the interpromotional matches.
Yeah. So I want to go. I like this. So I want to do one more round. So I've thrown out Bryan Danielson versus Zack Sabre Jr. and then the God versus FTR. There's just, again, it's just, you think, and when we see these kind of things, it's fun to play fantasy booker, to pick out all these matches, and there's just so many talents. This is like this is the kind of stuff we did when we had our wrestling figures, and we'd have WWF versus WCW, or the people now that collect the figures that do the WWE versus AEW figures and stuff like
Who
that.
opens their figures? Weird people.
Hey now.
Stop buying toys, you fuckheads.
Yeah, they're action figures, not toys, bastards.
But like, I just think of all these different matches, and it's just, and and it's just one other one that I kind of thought about, that I would really like to see. You know what? Let me think about this. You guys pick each one more. I got a couple more I want to think. Oh, joke.
Well, here we go.
Yeah,
Keep
here we
them
go.
in the
Now
box.
we're gonna show off our fucking toy collection for 20 minutes. Oh,
I'm
great.
just saying, keep them in
Wake
the
me
box.
the fuck up when you're done.
They're to display.
I got a match in mind, but I'm trying. I got to think about it here for a second. So if you guys each got one more, just throw it out
Joey,
there.
what's another match for you while DDJ blows a load?
Okay. So I know everybody's like, oh, I want to see Okada Kenny again. Fuck off. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna happen down the line. We all know that. Fine, fair, and it's probably gonna fucking be money, and most likely they'll save it for Japan. Kenny's giant return for Japan versus Okada. There's no other fucking way to go about that. However, since we're pretty sure that Kenny is probably nowhere to be found for the show yet, because there's no return, nothing. I want to see Okada on the card, of course.
He's gonna be, yeah.
But give me Okada Moxley.
Damn.
Ooh, I like
Rainmaker against Moxley's paradigm shift.
I want to see it because I actually think that match would have enough. They're so different in style, but sometimes that can be hit or miss. They're so off and so different it won't mesh well. But I think Mox has so much in the tank that he can go with Okada and just a back and forth and run it like a New Japan show.
Yes.
I don't want to see an AEW version match of that. I want to see the Death Rider. Fuck the paradigm shift. I want to see the Death Rider. I want to see Mox come out in the fucking Valley Tudo shorts, like he did when he was first going to New Japan, before he went full time with AEW. That's what I want to see. I think that match would be money.
Money matches without using the man Kenny Omega, because more than likely he's not going to be available.
Correct.
For the first show, he might be available in Japan. That would be a hell of a way to come out. He's big over there.
That's the thing. I think they even if he is available, I think they save him for it because the story of Kenny leaving Japan, and I think it's been widely put out there enough that he needs to have that big return. Yeah,
so, you don't blow your load in the first one. You never do that.
Nope, never in the first one. Always the second.
That's right.
Or third.
So
Ayo.
There you go. But I
Good when you're
do
premature.
never premature. Don't do that.
Nope.
I do like my big name matches. I do like, some good old fashioned my best versus your best. So for that, I want to take somebody from AEW that I feel could be in a plethora of matches when you're talking New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Okay.
But I think this match to me is what I want to see the most because I want him in a singles match. I don't want him in a big tag team match because I could see it happening. I could see a big multi-man match happening, and I'll make that my 1A or 1B if DDJ doesn't pick it next.
Any show that is part New Japan is going to have some huge multi-matches like that.
Yes. But I want Adam Cole, baby. I want Adam Cole, baby, against the Commonwealth King, Will Ospreay.
Oh.
That's money. That's money. I dig everything Ospreay, and him and Adam Cole, that match will kill.
I like that.
So
I like
got
that.
one, and Joey K was talking about Mox and Okada. Here's one that I think could be really good, but for a different reason, and it involves Mox. I think these two have gone at it before. I believe in the one a couple years ago when Mox was involved in the God, I'm drawing a blank here. The
G1.
Yes, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Give me on a big time platform like this, because again, and when you hear these two names, I think you'll see why I think this would work, but for a different reason than Mox versus Okada. Give me Mox versus Naito.
Oh, okay.
I like it. Stylistically, that's greatness. Naito's chill style with Mox's bruiser, beat down. I like it. That's a good matchup.
I'm actually gonna. This will be my final pick. I do like that. However, I want to see Naito against someone else.
Ooh, what do you got?
A very recent signing of AEW. I want to see Naito versus Mojo.
Oh,
I think that match would be fucking awesome. Just for the simple fact, it's kind of one of those dream matches you never thought was going to happen. And because I don't think they've ever competed against each other. So
how many dream matches has Joe been able to have? Son of a bitch, man.
Jesus Christ, we just
saw
him against. Well, we just saw him against Suzuki.
Yeah.
So give me Naito next.
Yeah, the man freaking fought Kobashi.
Yeah, I'm yeah. Like
Joe's legit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. But yeah, I think Naito. I think Naito's style would work so well against Joe, where they would have a match that's really just ropes you in. So, and plus, here's the thing: I like Naito a lot, but he's got that problem where if he's not going against someone really great,
he doesn't try.
Yeah, he just doesn't put it. He just doesn't put it in there. He doesn't put the effort in, and
you got to put it in.
You always got to put it in repeatedly, in and out to finish. But
finish strong though. Finish strong.
Oh, always finish strong. That's the goal. But
it's it's just like they always say. What do you always remember? The finish.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah, we can really deep dive into that too. But if you know what I mean. No, seriously though, I think Joe would bring out one of those okay, Naito steps it up and he's not phoning it in and he's coming out there. And I want the fucking Naito that just came out with the fucking Intercontinental title, just throws that shit. He doesn't give a fuck about it. I want that. I want that Naito. I want just the absolute attitude. I want him to walk in there. I want him to slap some Mojo in the face. Because Joe is gonna get fucking fired up.
Yep.
And I actually want it to be a true New Japan. I want it to be a strong style match. I don't want the fucking watered down bullshit. I want absolute strong style. I want them to go hard. And that's another thing. Naito gets hurt when he doesn't phone it in, because that's just how fucking crazy he is.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see.
So
All right.
Before Giovanni finishes, I got, because this one's been kind of, I remember, then I forget. I remember, I forget. So here's one that I think.
Let's go dementia.
Yeah. Well, we're not going to talk about dementia. So.
Oh, come on, 51st Dates. Let's go.
Oh, God,
what you got?
So one match that I think it kind of plays into the junior division. Like, it talks about basically like the past and the present, and I think these two would have a banger, provided he's fully healthy. Give me Matt Seidel versus Hiromu Takahashi.
Oh,
when was the last time Seidel was healthy?
That's a tough one too.
It's been a while, but I'm just saying, 100%.
TDJ, he's blown out his fucking knee more than you, buddy.
Like, I'm on twice, though.
I mean, yeah. I mean, Seidel.
Two times.
He gets the third one free.
Dude, I love you. Don't even fucking jinx it at this point. I shouldn't even said that fucking joke. I am like, as soon as that came out of my mouth, I instantly fucking had regret. I'm like, God damn it. But no, yeah, you're right though. He like Seidel he's just, oh God, he doesn't have the wheels, man. Like his knees are shot. But against Hiromu, who broke his fucking neck against Dragon Lee, Jesus Christ,
yeah.
and still finished the match.
Yep.
What a fucking champ. Did not collapse until he walked behind that curtain, and then they're like, oh, you're gonna
hurt.
fucking die, bro. Like, we need to take care of you. And he was out for fucking 8 months. Also, one of my favorite comebacks, because I love seeing Hiromu come back from that too.
Speaking of broken necks, shout out to Big E.
Oh,
shout
Jesus
out Big E,
Christ,
man.
yeah. We've missed so much in the time we've gone. Yeah, Big E, man. That motherfucker. Absolute fucking dump truck on him. If anybody's seen that meme floating around the internet, I'm just gonna put it out there. I know we did our year-end awards, best ass. Fuck that noise, bro. 2022, Big E, just absolute, just fucking good for you, bro. Like, that's fucking A, man.
Only on this show can we go from
shout out, bro.
It's only on this show can we go from talking about a broken neck, a Big E's broken neck, to his ass.
Look, he's probably proud of it.
Back on the tracks, on the tracks.
Dude, if I had an ass like that, I'd be fucking proud of it too. Fuck, man. Good on him.
All right, so this next match for the Forbidden Door, man, I'm going to have to say that this match has to be billed as an exhibition match. It's the only way this match happens. It's a 5-on-5. Big time New Japan thing. They love doing these multi-man matches.
Yep.
Give me the Undisputed Elite versus the Bullet Club. That's King Switch, ELP, Evil for some reason.
You're not gonna throw Chase in there?
Who? Oh, fuck that motherfucker.
Fuck Chase.
Chris Bay.
I would high five you right now if I could, Joey K.
That's right there, buddy. Right there.
I think Bay and ELP work real great right now.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I actually, that's shout out to that, because I like that shit a lot.
And you have to have in there Jay White, Bay, Evil, ELP, and the last one be I'm missing one Bullet Club member. Hold on.
Taichi?
Not Taichi. I'm iffy on Taichi.
Hikuleo?
That would be a good one, actually. Hikuleo.
Okay. Yeah.
I would take that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that'll give you a little drama with Hikuleo and then possibly the GOD. So, yeah, I like that one. That's a good call.
I do like that.
Yeah.
Killed my whole mood with that fucking crown jewel of the Bullet Club bullshit. That dude, man, honestly, he can choke on all of it.
He can choke on every fucking dick possible. Yes, that's great.
DDJ, what do you want to wrap up with? We got a few minutes left.
Man, it's just I'm gonna go back to just saying, man, this is long overdue. I'm glad we're all back. I'm glad we're all doing this. It's just, there's so much that's happened. And it's just been so great to be able to talk about some of the stuff that's just happened with you guys. Cause you could bring in, all these different guest hosts and get people and stuff. And, shout out to everybody who, came on with the Hot One, while we were gone. Shout out to the Hot One for, holding down the fort for us.
Yes, absolutely.
But I would just say, so much has happened, so much is coming up, and it's just so right now. It's so much fun being a wrestling fan.
Hell yeah.
God, yeah.
Joey K, last thoughts.
Final thoughts. I'm gonna piggyback right off of DDJ on everything he just said. There's so much good shit we're getting right now. Such good shit. Shout out those boys.
Wait, you said you were gonna piggyback off of me, and you're the one that just told me 5 minutes ago not to.
Do you want me to ride you bareback, sir? What the fuck, man? Okay. No, seriously. No, there's so much good shit happening right now. I love it. I do love being back together. Jovan held it down. We had some great guests, some great episodes. I encourage everybody go back and listen to some of that. Some hilarious shit. I was kind of digging around in my own personal life and bullshit, and it was always a good, entertaining hour to 2 hours a week of enjoying and listening to my boy take care of things while DDJ and myself were out. However, there is only one undisputed trios champion, and that's the three of us. So we're back together. We're ready to rock and roll, have some fun. The new layout here, the new intro, we're having some fun. Jovan giving me shit about my character not having sleeves. Motherfucker, I am only wearing sleeves because I'm not going to cut up a shirt that you bought me, bro. Like, I love you. I'm not. Now, summer's coming, so that might happen. You might see me rip that down. But sleeveless summer's upon us.
To the gun show, ladies and gents.
Oh yeah, I'm no baby. Gun show.
He's an ass boy now.
I'm
gun
just
show.
I'm just out here slinging dick and handing out bubblegum, baby. It's all good. Let's go. So I'm ready to have a good time. I'm ready to have fun. We're gonna be back on it weekly, bringing you all the same bullshit that you love with some new flavors, some new takes, having a great time. So I'm just happy to be back with my brothers here and having a fucking fun time.
Hell yeah, man. Thank you to everybody that's continued to listen while the boys were gone on their sabbaticals. Thank you to everybody who shared content, everybody who came on, man. Thank you to the chicks in accounting, the guys in catering. Thank you to the Johners Podcasting Network. Thank you to Such Good Shoot.
That got me. The chicks in accounting. Way to fucking go. Way to go, cousin.
Guys, it's been great. If you left the show, you came back today. This is what it is going forward. We're back. The boys are back in town. I think we said it aptly in the beginning. And to pair with that new intro, we have a new ending. You guys will get it now from Such Good Shoot and Shooting Shit and the Johners Podcasting Network and everything that we do far and few between. We always love our half-decent music. Good night, Irene.
Do not forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Follow the show on Twitter at SHOOTINSHT, and thanks for listening.